Hello, good morning, and welcome to Randers, Denmark, for the first semi-final of the European Championship, 5 pins individual, between Kasper Kristoffersen from Denmark and Toni Rosenberg from Germany. Here they are, and also with the two referees, Benny Mausimskov on the right side and Jan Pedersen on the left one, then Rosenberg on the left, and then, of course, with the same waistcoats of the referees, the Danish player Kasper Kristoffersen. They already tested the table, and so now they are about to do the drawing to see who will be playing with the white ball. To be an interesting game. As far as I know, it's the first time we will have a non-Italian player into a final. So big pressure, big concentration for both these guys. We will then start also within a short video for these two guys, and then see where they came from, starting maybe from the last 32, where Kristoffersen won with another local player, Henrik Riolt, then the same for Toni Rosenberg, that in the first match was winning against the Swiss player Alessandro Sticco, and won 3-0 after losing 2-0 in the group. So it was the same match. That what may happen. Then Kristoffersen won 3-0 against Florian Guingamp. Toni Rosenberg overcame 3-2 with a thrill. Last 2 sets won for 60-48, 60-47 with another Danish player, so Henrik Sondergaard. In the quarterfinals, Kristoffersen won 3-1 against Christophe Duvernois, and Toni Rosenberg defeated René Hendriksen 3-1. Well, not a nice start for Rosenberg. So after the starting shot from Kristoffersen was leaving 12 points, and a free ball for Kasper Kristoffersen. He was aiming just the thin part of the ball, was missing. So was hitting the red one, sending into the pins. So 8 points for the pins to Kristoffersen, and then 4 as he was hitting the red ball, which means 2 as a foul, 2 for the red. That in that case has not the same value as when you play and you do it after having hit the opposite ball. So free ball, 11 points for Kristoffersen, well played. And then 23-0. But as far as we have seen, these two players have enough experience and stamina to recover from a lot of situations. So this is quite a defensive shot for Rosenberg. Yellow ball close to the short rail. Kristoffersen can approach the shot. It's with the left, little bit of left English, so that should open the lines and try to find a defense. Only thing to avoid the kiss, of course. It was quite impossible to do the pins from this position, and it was not avoiding at all, but enough speed to get out from the situation. So it's some kind of luck, and now it's time for Toni Rosenberg I think he will try to play on the short range with left English, trying to send the white ball on the long rail and then into the pins. He's considering also the fact that the red ball is closing some line on the open pin, so on the right part of the pin, so it should avoid the contact, otherwise it will not be possible. No, it's the decision is to go on the long rail on, I believe, I don't know if 1 or 2 cautions. Over here, I mean, only 4 points for Kasper Kristoffersen. Again, not a very good shot for Toni Rosenberg. (27) Kristoffersen, 0 Rosenberg. Filotto try to open the line with left English. Two points, then also the red one was opening too much. And then 5 points. Again 32-0. But now some kind of opportunity for Toni Rosenberg to recover a little bit, to find some pins and maybe 8 to 10 points and a good defense to try to put some pressure on Kristoffersen, which let's see that at the half of the first set was playing very soft. I think it's too slow. Not even doing the red pin, the red ball. So 0 again. Anyway, quite well played, but even short than needed. But now Kristoffersen has to find the solution for this shot, because there's no way to play on a 3 caution, no way to play directly on even a 2 caution. Maybe he can play on the long rail in front of him, try to get the yellow ball with possible defense, or maybe playing to do 3 or 4, depending on which one of the 2 will be hitting the red. I think it's playing a 2 caution shot. Not an easy solution, but it's open, so if it's working on the outer part of the ball as it is, very nice. Let's see if it's avoiding the kiss knot. So anyway, quite a good shot for Kasper. This is the kiss, would have been taken even in a worse position for him, and maybe a better one for Toni Rosenberg. Let's see what will be the choice of Rosenberg. Can play a 3 caution shot, I think, from this position. He has to manage also what the yellow ball have to do. Can also play 5 caution shot, recalling on the red one, or even a 3 caution shot coming back again. A little bit of luck for Rosenberg, was hitting not very good this shot, hitting the red one, and then by chance going on to also again into the pins. The idea was to come directly on the pins and even back from long short rail. Anyway, 9 points for him, but a good chance for Kasper Kristoffersen to do 8 to 10 points over here. Let's see. 2 points. Too much pressure on the short rail, and so too much comeback. Not softer than needed and expected this shot, so only 2 points. And now Toni Rosenberg has possibility to play and to shorten again this during this set, so I can play. I think he can play fast or slow. It's depending. So we'll play slowly. He did 4 points, no red ball. Just keeping in control. Could have been different the shot by playing faster, but not sure where then was the final position of the ball. So Rosenberg again in control, 34 and 13 for Rosenberg. Now I think it's a 2 cushion shot or a 3 cushion shot. It's very personal. The choice going for a 2 cushion shot, full English on the left side, short rail, long rail. It's opening a little bit. Yellow ball going into the pins. 4 points for him, and then again 34, 38 to 13. Good shot for Kasper. As you can see from the drawing, where you get in, then you get out, so quite on the same line from the cushion to cushion. Starting from these positions is quite this the line that you have to study. And then 3 cushion shot for Toni Rosenberg. Seems close and short. It is. Not in a good shape, Rosenberg, during this first set. So it seems not really completing the game. But we know Toni can start up doing anything whenever he wants. So 2 cushion shot, left English to close the lines, and 4 points again for Kasper Kristoffersen. Again in control, 42-13. Nice follow through on this shot to take the white ball close to the corner, and then recalling the other one on the opposite side. 1 cushion shot with not a lot of reverse English then needed to send the white ball into the pins after the short rail kiss. So another miss for Rosenberg, and now 3 cushion shots for Kasper Kristoffersen. I think he's just studying if he can play by changing both balls. So white in the place of the yellow, 3 cushion pins, and then if it's close the shot going towards the red ball. Let's see. Perfect. 8 points. Let's see the speed. It's maybe a little bit short, but I mean 8 points are taking him into 50 against 13 for Rosenberg, which is in any case able to see the opposite ball. Will try to play for the filotto. I don't know if we can play on the second and third rail into the pins. So 3 points, even this one not well played. 2, let me say, rude. What's actually the pendulum of Toni. Maybe he feels a little bit of pressure over here. Kasper Kristoffersen now has the chance to win the set. Will play a filotto, can play short. So from short to short rail, or trying to push with some top spin. I think he will go for the first one. In that case, it may happen that you just have a very good defense. No risk at all. Good choice. Just to find a way to sooner or later find maybe an easier solution to close the set, or maybe get closer. Now 2 cushion shot for Toni Rosenberg. He's looking after where to hit the long rail, because then even the red ball, because even in this case he has to use a lot of English. So it will be quite the same, the aim, the same, the arrival. Well played. 4 points for him. And a very good defense, so Kristoffersen now doesn't have the possibility to do pins. I think he will play just to touch the yellow ball. But let's see. Coming back, these players. Kristoffersen was born in 76, so he's 46. He has a child, Leander. It's in a relationship with Marlene. This plays for Ikas Billiard Club. Very well played from Kristoffersen. 2 cash on shot to open the line. That's very, very nice played. Perfect tempo, perfect speed. And now it will be a 2 cash on shot with a little bit of reverse English, so mid Garufa for Toni Rosenberg. He started to play when he was 12 with the Danish pins, which more or less is the game they are playing also here in the other room. So again, short, the shot for Rosenberg, and quite an easy chance for Kristoffersen to close the first set. He can go for directly with a little bit of right English to close the line on the yellow ball, or play on the opposite way around with the left English to, that's what's happening, to let the yellow, no, he's playing the first way I was thinking about, so it's 6 points, very good played. Anyway, 56 to 20. Come back to me. It was starting with the Danish pins, and then I was switching to pool. That was basically what he was playing during quite all his career in billiard. So since 3-4 years ago, he was playing only pool. Then he started with the pins. Now 1 cash on shot with reverse English for Toni Rosenberg, 2 points, so 56 to 22. And then 5-6 years ago, I was turning into 5 pins. I was looking after him yet in a tournament here in Denmark, in Ikast, and I saw him playing several times. It was growing and growing. So if you can see that he's playing very easily the front shots, it comes up from the fact that he was a pool player. So perfect position, perfect pendulum. Now he's playing fast to send the yellow ball directly on the pins, and then maybe for a 7 cash on shot. Sorry. He has to avoid the keys. If he's avoiding, he's closing the set for sure. That's it. 4 points. First set, Kasper Kristoffersen, 60 to 22. And then coming back also with his results, he was the winner of the Danish Championship 2019, 21 and 22. I think that's winner of the national ranking in 20, 21 and 22. 2 group winner in Pistoia World Championship in 2019. He finished 17, losing I think the second match against an Argentinian, don't remember the name. 24 times Danish champion in different disciplines. Actually playing with the Longoni Q, the Martinelli one. The sponsors for him are Soren Sogard, Billiard, which is also the tables we are playing over here. So even the Longoni Qs and Tasking. We come back to maybe the most famous 5-pin German player, which is Toni Rosenberg. Was born in Bad Muskau in 1988. He's playing in Empor, in Freiburg. This is the billiard club where he is actually playing and also living in Freiburg, not far from the club. He's married and he has a young child, which was named Santino, and was playing since 1997. 2 times European champion for national teams in 2011 and 2018, winner of the international tournament in Ikast in 2018. In the meantime, great opening for not a great opening for Kristoffersen, but Rosenberg was not able to find pins on this 3 cash on shot, but a good defense. So coming back in Ikast, he overcame on a lot of very nice Italian players. So he won 3-0 against Matteo Gualemi at that time. That was even beaten also in the following World Championship held in Argentina. So he was playing and winning with very good players. And then Then it was 2 times national championship in 2011 and also 2018. I always give nicknames to players, so for me Kasper is a silver surfer. It reminds me the Californian guys with the surf that are walking through the roads to find the perfect wave, and here is trying to find the perfect day. On the other hand, we have a lot of jokes with Toni Rosenberg, which is also a member of the 5-Pin Commission, where we try to discuss and to improve the rules and of the game, maybe to try to explain them as better as we can, so to take it them easier to be understood from the old and new players. This is the referee, Benny Mausinskov. And I nickname him as the snail, which has two way of understanding. In the meantime, fantastic shot for Toni Rosenberg, 2 cushion shots. On the third one, perfect road for the pins after the 2 cushion, third cushion, so it's 4 points for him, good start. So part of the snail is because it's a little bit not so fast in playing, but we are always joking, me and him, so it's nothing personal. And I tell always that he's a lucky guy, so if some luck has to be found, is always on his side, but he's starting from a match that we played. And so in Italy we tell that if you are very lucky, it's just like if you have the horns on your head. It's and so the snails have them, and I told him at that time that he has so many as a buck of snails, but it's quite funny, and we are also having a lot of jokes between the other players. It's very funny when you play these kind of tournaments, and then you can see it also from the fair play that we have. So 6 points now for Toni Rosenberg, back to the billiard. Very well played. Red and white, 4 plus 2. 4 for the red and 2 for the outer pin. Now 10 Rosenberg, 0 Kristoffersen. And now just a problem to be solved. We can play the same shot was playing Toni, so 2 cushion shot, trying to send then the yellow ball on the long rail and then into the pins, or maybe to find a good defense, because the white ball can then move towards the corner and the other way, and the other ball even with an open position the same way. I think it's too open. Is finding, in any case, I think a good defense, but in that case I may say it by chance. So it was lowering the speed, so in case it was hitting correctly, the yellow ball wasn't been even short the shot, and then bit of luck. I think he cannot play the Garuffa because the red ball is hiding the line to play on the long rail. Let's see, because Toni is studying that. So otherwise you have to play or on the short rail with a lot of right English. Can play also to leave the yellow ball where actually is the white one, and try to find a way to get long rail, short rail and back to the red. But it seems that he has enough possibility to play the Garuffa, maybe not with a lot of reverse English, which may occur in this. So from this point, or you play with more English, trying to open the lines, or in between you can find maybe the pins. If not, quite an easy shot for Kasper Kristoffersen. Long distance shot, but can be managed. I think we will raise the cue on the back, find the good target on the yellow one on the right side, and a little bit of spin on the reverse, and also, no, wait a second, may play also with the top spin. This is another solution, maybe easier for him. Play directly on the pins, perfect shot from Kasper. 11 points, no comeback on the pins, so not this part of luck that may happen sometimes. It's even a part of the shot. One of the two balls or boats can even go again through the pins. 11 to 10. And then two balls very close. That was maybe the luckiest part of the shot. And Rosenberg has to study if he can play just a defensive solution. No way to find a way to do the pins. I mean, there are a couple of ways, but I think it's not the time to look after something not easy. You can play on the short rail maybe, but balls are too close. Referee is close, is looking after what may happen, doesn't have to touch the white one if he's playing just like that. So, I mean, if you want to do the referee, this is the position you have to take, so you have to see what's happening with balls very close when they are played so close, and even if you are playing against two balls that are close, maybe the red one and the opposite one. Then it's time for Kristoffersen to find a way, to find a possible solution. I don't know if it's possible to play two cushion shot. It's to close the line. Maybe he will go for a defensive shot, so a short two cushion with the yellow ball, trying to find a position with long to long rail. Or maybe can also try, if it's longer, then he can go for the pins and even for the red one. Wow, red and white for Kasper.
6, Kristoffersen, 6.
Very, very nice shot. 6 for him. No red pin into this castle, so it's not possible for Toni to play for the red one. I think he will play maybe. He will surely play with the extension now. It's time for him to understand if he wants to play a filot, so he has to open the line on the white ball with some left English, as you can see from the aim. In case of pins, I quite surely will get the red ball. No, he's playing on short lane, short to long rail to the pins. That's in Italian is called Americana. It's not an easy shot, and maybe was not in the condition to aim on the other side of the ball. Otherwise, the mismatch on this shot is that the yellow ball should have not been left over here, but close to the short rail. So now Kasper Kristoffersen can play on the yellow ball for the long rail and then into the pins. Can play short or fast, up to him. Was playing short, and the red ball is also helping him into the position. So 4 points for him. White ball is very close to the short rail, so not easy for for Rosenberg to play against this one. Can play one cushion shot, because I don't think there is enough space to get between the white and the short rail, or if he wants to do it, he has to play 4 cushion shot within following the line of the 5 cushion. At this stage, he can also choose not to play, so to play for long rail and then arrive close to the other one. Not easy to get back from this situation. Let's see if he's getting the red ball. No way. With after the kiss, it was even short this one. Now Kristoffersen has the chance to play a 2 cushion shot. This red ball can be helpful for him, but we have to consider to play even straight. Was playing to get the yellow ball right after the pins. Honestly, he could have played also fast within that position, because arriving on the opposite corner, then it was not easy maybe to get back from this situation for Rosenberg. Anyway, good shot. Quite a good choice. 21 Kristoffersen, 10 Rosenberg. not a good position to approach. Can play directly, but it will not be easy to hide the keys and to find something quite easy to play. Can play a 2 cushion shot starting from a short rail to the long rail, but maybe also a 2 cushion long 2 short, so it's not really an easy position. Let's see what will be the result and what will be the choice of Toni. Will be for 1 cushion shot with reverse English to open the line, maybe, but a good position. Red one now is helping in for the defense. Now choice for Kasper to play a 2 cushion, but not possible for him because as you see the red ball is hiding the line, so it will play for probably a 3 cushion shot. Other possibilities to play 1 cushion shot with reverse English, trying to find a position. So the idea should be to play on the right part of the yellow one. White is going quite close to the corner, and then he has to open the line to find the 2 cushion shots, more or less. No, he's playing in the reverse way. It's even a possibility. Typically this one is a 9-pin shot, but was using this reverse English to open the line for the yellow ball. 8 points, 29-10, but now Rosenberg has a chance to come back. Was playing fast on the pins.
7.
Only 7 for him.
7.
Anyway, 29-17, and again a good opportunity for Kasper Kristoffersen to do some more pins and then to put both balls quite close to the corner. This shot seems easy, but if you want to manage what's happening with both balls, it's not easy. He has to open a little bit the line of the yellow one without opening too much, and maybe going with a little bit of follow through on the corner with his ball. That's the mistakes that may happen. We are thinking about mistakes because he's not doing the piece, but let's see the final position. Very well done. Rosenberg will play with right English on the short cushion, just like a hook to send the white ball to the long rail and then into the pins. He can come up to the same position, but even by doing the pins. It's very important for him to play well this shot, as he did. No pins, but good position. He has to turn right after the pin to get the yellow ball. He has the chance to do a red pin or maybe to find the position with after the keys. I think Rosenberg will play an easy shot. Needed a bit of luck or to turn a little bit less because there was enough space to get the ball after the short rail. Was not like that. A good opportunity then for Toni Rosenberg to come very close to Kasper. Let's see. I think he will play to manage the also what will be going with the yellow ball only 2 pins. Not really good shot for him. White, even a good position, even if I think that now Kasper can play for a hook. So 4 points, quite sure for him. Has to manage where to go within the yellow ball. Can also play for the pins, but let's see. You can also play on 2 cushion shot on the other side, just to leave 3 balls very close, which is maybe much more conservative to find maybe good defense with the red ball close and maybe hiding the line for both balls. Should go more or less around mid to between the, yes, exactly over here. Is playing directly. It's short. Maybe it's even not a good position. A little bit of lack of experience here, so a little bit faster. Was sure to do the red ball, which we say in Italy these are 3 or 4 points loss, and then a good opportunity for Rosenberg to play for the pins and for the red ball. Leaving the yellow one as close as it's the other one. 6 points for him. Maybe was coming back a little bit too much, so now even in any case 25 to 29, but Kristoffersen can play for a defense. Let's see how. You could play, it's not easy on the short rail, then to the yellow one, which will go towards the red, and then going to the right corner, and then the other one can come back on the opposite corner. Not easy to be played. Maybe we'll play directly. Let's see. Perfect. This is well played from Kristoffersen. It's exactly what I had in mind, but we didn't have in mind something and playing that's as good. There is a long distance. One cushion shot for Toni Rosenberg. Has to avoid the keys as he did. Trying to put the white ball close to the long rail, so it's short for that and maybe too much fast. No, but in any case, I think it's a good. No, it's a good defense. Although Kristoffersen can play a 2 cushion shot. .39 English. He has to aim white in the same way, in the same point. He has to come up from the long rail, so I think a little bit before the mid part of. I think it's a little bit close, but if he's aiming for the external pin, it's even okay. 2 points, well played. 32 Kasper Kristoffersen, 25 Toni Rosenberg, and 3 cushion shot for him. There is a couple of basic lines for this shot when we play into the 5 pins. So he's playing with 210 English, so will come up around, if you know the 50 system, around 12 or 13. So it's a little bit close, but with a good speed, and this is the way you have to play to find a good defense. Not sure it's 100% hidden the yellow ball. Maybe if the camera is coming back a little bit in the back of Kasper, we can see also the same, but I think he will play a 2 cushion shot for sure. Yeah, no English needed in this case. Just an arrival close to the corner. Back to the yellow one. Perfect play from Kasper Kristoffersen. Not luck, only 2 points. But even here, well played. Now you will see that the white one is moving a little bit on the center part of the table. Now the lines for a trick action are very, very close, so you can play only on the internal part of the white one, so for the pins, or even inside, because outside it's not useful. Best way to go on this shot should be, in my opinion, of course, a 5 cushion shot, because you are coming from a better line from the 4th and the 5th rail. But even here it's really personal choice. 36 to 25 can be that. Toni is considering the best solution to do pins, or in any case to find a defensive position. He knows that he have not to give the chance for an easy shot for Kasper Kristoffersen. He knows the importance of this shot. He's looking after the 5 cushion shot. No, 1 cushion shot. It's the easiest way to go through the white ball, but maybe not the easiest way then to find a position. A kiss, which is part of this shot, because if you come from this way and you get the ball on the short cushion, the lines are coming up to this kiss. So Kasper Kristoffersen, filotto, which means short rail and pins, and even short, and arriving on the other way. Open the lines with a little bit of right English. Can play also directly or on the center. The tube was a little bit heavy here. If you play directly, you go for a final corner position for the white and also for the yellow. And if you play for within the second rail, so coming up on the center line after the second short cushion, then you have to open a little bit much more. So now it's time for Rosenberg to play a 2 cushion shot. Very tricky, not easy to play that one. I think it's short. Only 1 point for him. And now Kristoffersen can play for pins and red ball, which is quite calling him. So it's just telling Kasper, I'm here. It's 4 points, and then is probably looking after a line to put the yellow one on, send the yellow one on the long rail and then to the pins, and then just arrive on the red one and the yellow right after the pins. Exactly, red one was the kick, hitting the ball too thick. Quite some luck in finding the red one and then coming back over here. Could have been worse. Let's say +1 lucky position for Kasper Kristoffersen. He knows that. It's the expression of his face is telling, okay, let's keep it as something good as it is. So 44 and 25 for Toni Rosenberg. Two cushion shot fast, short to long rail. Try to find the 2 cushion shot from the other side, and within that, with a good speed, a good defense, very well played, close to the red ball. no pins, but a good defense. Even if now Kristoffersen can play for the red one and even for the pins. Can play a 2 cushion shot. So looking after the line from the short rail on the long one to find the starting and the aiming point. He's aiming on the long rail to short rail, yellow, to be sent on the long rail and maybe to the pins. If it's closer, he can even go for 4 points, which may mean for him 48. So it's something that he has to consider by playing that shot. Let's see. Can even play with some more. That's it, 4 points. That was maybe the first target, another kiss. So anyway, 48 to 25, and now for Toni Rosenberg, the possibility to play probably a 5 cushion shot. I don't know if you have enough line to play for a 3 cushion. 5 cushion for sure. If he wants to play like that, he has to give a little follow through to let the yellow ball go to the corner. Exactly. It's quite good. 4 points. May happen that he's going for the 8 with the help of the white pins. No, it's not like that. So only 4 for him. 48 to 29. And now Kristoffersen has the chance to do maybe. He can go for the pins, maybe playing on the long cushion with some English. You can play also a defensive shot. The idea is not to leave then an easy shot for Toni Rosenberg. I think he's playing only to leave the yellow ball on the corner and then go for a long. Wow. This is what even yesterday the boss from Kozoom learned to be as a paso doble. So very well played. This is amazing. So you exactly know where you have to go after the long rail. So long to long rail with the yellow one and the white one to the corner. Not easy to come back from this position for Toni Rosenberg. He has to turn on the left side of the pins and then find a good part of the ball to send it to the pins. Let's see. Quite well played. He took the ball too thin. In that case it's short. And then Kristoffersen has the chance to play, I believe, a fast 2 cushion shot. So to go fast into the pins can be a way of bombing this castle of pins, can explode. Let's see. Exactly 4 points. Would be the case that he was doing also some more pin with the help of the white maybe going into the others, but not a good position for him now actually, so he can play for a direct shot Toni Rosenberg, but he has also to manage both balls. I think he will be playing for the red one and trying to put the white one even close to the corner, maybe trying to arrive very close to the long rail. Played in between. It's short from one side, maybe not long from another. And I was asking to, let me say, some kind of good player that we have over here. His name is Andrea Quarta, is close to me. And I will try to do a little interview to him. So I will speak in Italian and then trying to translate something into English for you all. First of all, I will speak in English, then I will translate in Italian. No, I will ask in Italian. Come ti sei trovato qui e cosa pensi del posto, dei giocatori, di quello che sta succedendo in Europa? Ti ho sentito parlare comunque di un livello che si sta alzando, credo che sia la percezione di tutti. Voglio sapere poi da te, che probabilmente sei il giocatore assieme a Michelangelo che ha giocato di più in Europa. Nel frattempo, at that time, it's amazing 3 cushion shot, 4 points for Kasper Kristoffersen, which is moving to 56. Quindi nel frattempo 3 sponde perfetto di Kristoffersen. Dammi pure le tue impressioni, poi io traduco in inglese. So location is very nice. And the Danish players has improved a lot since the start, so it's a good impression for Andrea.
Ed è giusto che per me da una parte siamo capitati tutti assieme per premiare anche loro.
So it's anyway a good chance for them to be on the same side of the drawing after the first 32, so Italians from one side and all the other players from the other. It's a prize for them. I will try in the meantime to get the headphones also to Andrea. And so we are live with Andrea Quarta, actually. Thank you, Andrea. Grazie.
Grazie a voi.
It's nice to have him here. If you know the term Goat in English, it's the greatest of all times. I think that actually, if you think about the 3 cushion, maybe I saw into the Bert's man page that Kulemans is the best player ever in 3 cushion. I think that if you look after what's happening with all the things that Andrea Quarta was winning since the start, it's actually the Goat for 5 pins. Stavo spiegando che Goat è una terminologia inglese che vuol dire il più bravo di tutti i tempi, nel senso quello che ha vinto di più, e credo che tu a livello di risultati sia quello che di fatto ha vinto più di tutti. Comunque nello sport si misurano attraverso i risultati sportivi queste cose, e quindi io quando leggo il tuo scoreboard ci metto 1 minuto e mezzo, quindi perdo un sacco I lose a lot of time when I look after all the tournaments that Andrea won in a lot of time. Hai visto anche qualche altro giocatore che ti ha particolarmente impressionato? So you see any other play which was maybe taking into your consideration as you see someone, I don't know.
Ma guarda, quelli che a me piacciono,
Yeah, the one I like.
Li stiamo vedendo live.
It's the one we see live actually. So Rosenberg, which you know since a long time.
Anche se gli altri non c'è da recriminare, Luca.
No,
attenzione. Però la mia sensazione era questa.
So what Andrea is feeling actually is that these are the best 2 players we can find into a semi-final as foreign players. I personally do agree with him. Let's see Kasper what he's playing actually. We can play to close the set. I think a 2 cushion shot. Exactly 4 points, well managed. Second set for Kasper Kristoffersen, 2-0 for the local hero. And then Toni Rosenberg, lot of pressure on him, but we know that he can overcome from this situation. He did it in the past, he knows it, and he has enough knowledge and stamina to do that. In the meantime, break. And so we have 5 minutes with Andrea to speak about billiard again. Abbiamo 5 minuti di stop, so we can speak with you a little bit about again what's happening over here. Maybe I will ask him about the last 1.5 years. So I think that after the COVID, but I will ask him. He's playing maybe a little bit less better than in the past, but these 2 strange years came up to maybe not an easy situation. So La domanda è, io nell'ultimo anno e mezzo non ti ho visto proprio giocare perfettamente bene, quindi magari i risultati non sono arrivati, però è anche vero che dopo 2 anni in cui abbiamo giocato, non giocato, è stato un momento molto particolare per tutti, probabilmente ripartire e rimettere poi a posto tutto quello che succede non è facile.
Ma a prescindere il fatto del Covid, che siamo stati fermi, purtroppo siamo stati tantissimo fermi, io ho avuto anche in corso il trasloco che ho fatto dal
Certo.
Piemonte in Puglia, quindi sono tutte cose che ti porti dietro e il tempo me le cancellerà a tornare alle mie origini, ecco,
Certamente.
alla mia tranquillità di testa.
What Andrea was telling that not only the COVID, but he was also relocating from Turin to the Puglia, so where he was born in 1982, so I think 82 sei tu,
Sì.
giusto, in Nardò, and so a lot of things that was happening in the meantime, but he will come back for sure. Technically speaking, I think it's totally different, the pendulum of Andrea, the way he's hitting the ball. It's very particular. I think, but I'm not sure about that. I would study that the speed of the balls are completely different in some shots. Very easy the way he's playing. So perfect position with also with the body. And now we translate to Andrea. So dicendo che dal mio punto di vista, ovviamente ho tradotto quello che hai detto tu, ma tu hai un modo di steccare che è completamente diverso da quasi tutti gli altri giocatori, quindi io credo, ma mi piacerebbe studiarlo, che tu abbia una velocità di steccata e di tiro completamente diversa, cioè almeno io è tanto che ti seguo e vedo che le biglie staccano in una maniera diversa, hanno anche un suono diverso. E questo succede, io ho provato a giocare a golf, quando giochi, vedi qualcuno bravo, il suono del contatto è completamente diverso da quello di altri. So I was speaking with him. I just translate and then I will tell you about the play of Andrea. So even if you play with a very pro golf player, the sound that you see when this kind of player, especially Andrea, is when he's playing, is completely different from other players.
Sì, Luca, hai perfettamente ragione, come io ti posso dire come ho visto la differenza di Kristoffersen e Toni Rosenberg. Cioè,
Sì.
si vedono le steccate che sono diverse, quindi anche voi notate la mia, ecco.
Sì, beh, certo.
La mia non è, cioè, costruita, ecco.
Sì.
Vabbè, è tutto naturale.
And he was telling that we can also see the difference between the way of playing on Rosenberg and Kristoffersen and the way they are using the pendulum and playing. For sure, that is coming from the fact that Kasper was playing pool for a lot of years, and so it's well managing his front shots especially. But it's something natural for him. It's for sure natural talent. He was starting playing billiard when he was 9, I think. So ha iniziato a giocare a biliardo quando avevi 9 anni.
Qualcosina in
A
meno.
little bit less than it was 9, so it's crazy. Stavo spiegando che Kristoffersen arriva dal pool, quindi questo approccio sul tiro frontale è abbastanza semplice da vedere. Io ho iniziato a vederlo quando ho iniziato a giocare a Birilli 6 anni fa, ICAST, e sono rimasto impressionato perché conosco tutti i danesi da 30 anni, quindi da quando giocavano Shorup e Hendriksen in Italia.
Sì. Io anche li conosco da 20, Luca.
E che lo so,
E dico,
sono più vecchio.
Bravo, e mi permetto di dire che sono migliorati veramente tanto.
Sì, è vero. So all the Danish players playing since quite 20-30 years as Andrea, and a little bit older than him of course, but they improved a lot, especially Kasper, which is playing only since 6 years, so 5 pins, but he's playing very well. Now, not a good start for him in the third set, so easy shot for Toni Rosenberg, 2 cushion shots. I will try also to take some other play over here to give some impression into the 5 pins. In the meantime, Andrea will play in the World Championship in Sardinia in September, where is this biggest appointment all over the world, so in Calangianus. In the meantime, I will thank him for coming here. So, ti ringrazio di essere stato qua, di aver fatto 4 parole, sempre
Grazie.
bello parlare con un giocatore come te. E il prossimo appuntamento mondiale in Sardegna,
Sì,
quindi ci rivedremo.
speriamo di arrivare meglio.
Yeah, I hope that you will arrive in a better shape. He's hoping that and quite sure about that. And in the meantime, Kristoffersen was starting not very good in the third set, so was missing the ball. 6 points for Rosenberg and then a free ball. Let's see what's coming up. Thank you, Andrea. Grazie mille.
Un saluto a tutti.
And this is really giving a bye-bye to all the 5-pin players. What a luck for me to give an interview to this guy. I will try to take some other player over here to speak about this amazing game. In the meantime, Toni Rosenberg, free shot, open the line, right English on the second and third rail. Well played. Let's see if he's coming on the center line. 10 points, 13 with the red ball, and now he's starting with 23-0. So this has surely a different story from the start this set, and also if you can see the different body position now that has Toni Rosenberg, so it's in a different shape. And now it's time for Kasper to see if it was only a little bit of relax from the start. He has to turn on the left part of the pins to get the yellow ball. Turning very good. I think even a good shot, even if it's short, because short, if we play like this way, you see from the line that with some more speed it would come into the pins. That may happen, so in that case, so it's quite an easy shot for Toni Rosenberg. He can play 2 cushion shot, even a 5 cushion. There is enough space between short to long layer on the opposite, but for sure it's better to play a 3 cushion. There is also a recall of the red ball, not well played, and the expression of Toni is telling what the hell I did. I didn't have to do that. Anyway, found out a good position as Kasper Kristoffersen as the red ball just close to his hand, has to manage this Filotto opening the lines, not so much, but even 2 points, I may say well played, as his ball is very close to the short rail, so good recover. Not a lot of pins, but in a very good position. Now Rosenberg has to play a 2 cushion shot. He has to play for the pins or to open the line. What he has not to do is to have a contact on the second rail, on the short rail, before the white ball, too much before. He has to get inside, let's say, have to play from behind or even a little bit before. Perfect. No pins, but anyway, very well played. Let's see if it's laying then down on the short rail. Maybe there is still an open door for Kasper Kristoffersen to play on the long rail, trying to open the line and send the yellow ball close to the red, or to find a different position. Anyway, you just have to avoid the keys. Can play a little bit faster because can consider the fact that you can play and arrive from the long rail and then to the short one. Ooh, good contact. Was the last point to get into the pins. So very well played. He took some kind of decision to go for the pins. Maybe took some risk. Went well. 23 Rosenberg for Kristoffersen. Now Garuffa for Rosenberg, reverse English shot on the on the long rail, which coming up from the short. Again, short again. And now Kristoffersen has the possibility to play 3 cushion shots, which, but I hope, I tell it before, but I would tell afterwards, it's one of the best shots he has that is in order to play, because he has a good conduction. He can play very well with the white one also, as a pool player, can place the ball quite close to the center after the 3 cushion shot. Close and short. Rosenberg is on his knees to see if the line between the yellow and the white is good enough to play for the pins. It is. Not convinced. Come back. So it's closing the right eye. Goes for the pins directly after the first short rail. Only 4 pins, only 4 points for him. Is arriving also on the red one, so 7 for him means 30-4. And a good position. So anyway, I think. Then Kristoffersen is going for Garuffa. Long to short rail, reverse English, coming from steep from the short rail. Let's see. It's quite well played if we consider that he was hitting the red ball. It was on the corner. They were exchanging the position. So now Rosenberg has maybe, I don't know, he has the possibility to play directly with a filotto, or otherwise he has to play a 2 cushion shot. So similar shot that was playing Kristoffersen. So 32-7. Now Rosenberg meet Garuffa. He should come maybe with not the same idea on the same shot of Kristoffersen, because it may be a lot of risk. So he's playing directly on the ball, but this is short again. And if the line between the 2 balls is connecting with the short rail, then Kristoffersen can play a 2 cushion shot, pushing the yellow one to the opposite corner. There is the red ball, which can be helpful for him. I don't know if he's playing. Yes, he's playing that shot exactly. With what we call in Italian mezzo colpo, so it's a reverse English, but not full. 7 points for him. Very well played. 14-30. Maybe Rosenberg has the possibility to see and to play, of course, this hook. So on the short cushion, was playing fast. 3 points for him. Also the other 2. Personally, it's a way of playing with attacking. It was playing attacking a lot on the white ball. Wanted to give much pressure to Kristoffersen with big points that were not really arriving, even if he was finding a very good position. So Kristoffersen now has to play filotto. If it's doing the first pin, then he can come up backwards on the other way around and do also the center line. was opening too much. So anyway, 5 pins for him, and he was finding a good position, some luck in this shot. I don't know if Rosenberg can play directly. May 35 to 19. If it's playing a 2 cushion shot, was always short in the last, so he's looking at the line. No, I think he's playing a 2 cushion shot. Another solution that's maybe better for him, even if I think that's bad shot from Toni Rosenberg.
4, 2.
And even a choice that maybe I cannot subscribe, as it's maybe not the easiest way. It was not easy to approach this shot like that. So maybe a Garuffa coming steep from the back could have taken into a better position. Could have been a better choice. But anyway, choices are personal, and then sitting from where I am is surely better than being there with the pressure. So Kristoffersen now has the chance to come back close to Rosenberg. Free shot, aiming for the center line. Well done, 8 points. Coming also on the red one, maybe 12, 35 to 33. Quite close to Rosenberg, which still has 2 points. Up to Kristoffersen. Eye of the tiger for Kasper. Rosenberg playing just for the defense, hitting the red ball. 4 points for him, which will take him into 39, leading from 6. Now Kristoffersen has to study what to do. If there is enough space on the long rail to send the yellow into the pins. To play this shot, you should aim and use some kind of reverse English, which is helping in digging a little bit into the long rail. That's exactly what he's doing. But maybe also can play also for the 4 points and leaving the ball on the other side. That's very good. So 39 Rosenberg, 37 Kristoffersen, and this red ball, it's here to help or not during these next shots. So Rosenberg has to consider to play for the 4 and for the pins, because he's playing for the pins as he's playing too close. There is a kiss, and maybe it will not be a good thing for him. In the meantime, you have seen that the referee was coming from that way. The balls are close. He has to stay close to see what's happening. If you are a referee or you want to do the referee, you have to look after these things. So I think 1 cushion shot, considering to do 4 points and the pins and to open the lines. Exactly, perfectly played from Toni, 4 points. Not the red one, but even very well played. Now we have to see if this red ball is hiding the line for a 2 cushion shot for Kristoffersen. Rosenberg is always still alive. Now no chance to play for a 2 cushion shot. He will go for a 1 cushion on the long rail. He has to play a little bit fast, but he has also to decide whether to play, to send the yellow one on the short and long rail, or even the yellow one on the short and then the short way on the other side. Well played, well played. from Kasper Kristoffersen. 2 points. Let's see the final position of the balls. I think that Rosenberg is trying to see how much of the white ball he can play on. So if he can play a filot with the top spin or 4 cushions. Let's see. 4 cushion shot, well played. Let's see if he's doing the pins. 8 points. Very well played. So now 51 Toni Rosenberg, 39 Kasper Kristoffersen. With the white ball, which is raising up, and he can play a 2 cushion shot, but there isn't enough space between the red ball and the long rail to go through the pins. So Kasper has to play also considering a defensive position. Can even think about playing fast on the short rail, but just to play on a defense, trying to put the white ball close to the corner, maybe, and then you will go for a short long rail, and then back to the pins, but without doing any kind of pin. That's a possibility. Or trying to find a way to play a defensive shot. In that case, has to play on the right part of this ball. I think he's playing a 3 cushion shot, but that's, I don't know if he has enough space to play this one or the shot that I did. This is an amazing solution from Kasper Kristoffersen. At this stage, was playing to put some pressure on Toni Rosenberg, recalling his ball on the long rail, opposite rail, so 4 points for him, but now Rosenberg has a possibility to play for the set or with a 7 cushion shot at the end. It's not possible maybe to go through the 6th and 7th rail because there is the red ball. Yeah, I can play a 3 cushion shot, but even here not so much between the short and the long rail for the pins. Last possibility to play 5 cushion shots, trying to leave all the 3 balls close to the short rail, and you can play for pins and red. So let's see. Another possibility to consider on that shot, which may be the easiest one, is to play on a long rail, reverse English, and then for the pins with an open line it's still okay. Or to play for the red one, so you play for within the white one to take it on the opposite corner, and then you try to do a carom and to arrive close to the red. There are different possibilities. Personally, I would go to short rail and maybe, to directly to play for the carom. Let's see if doing the 4 points, perfect. Perfect in terms of tactics, perfect in terms of timing and speed. So 55 for Rosenberg, 43 for Kristoffersen. And now it's time for Kasper to find a possible defense. Can play on the long rail, trying to send the yellow one or very close to the red, and has to hit the yellow one very, very thin, or you can either play to send a little bit much more fast the yellow one on the red, on the left part of the red, and trying to find a position with all the 3 balls close to the short rail. He has to play with a little bit of left English. Here again, Benny Mausinskov, the referee of the game. It's a take it or leave it. Oh, he was playing to open the line and to go for the 4, which means that now he could have the chance to play for the match in the next shot. It's too short, so it's 47, 55, 3 caution shot or 5 caution shot for Rosenberg. He can play for the 4 and then to find out a pin into a 3 caution shot, or to play with some kind of topspin for the 5 caution shot. Will either play for the red. He's playing a 3 caution shot. Let's see, can close the match. 2 points to open, not doing also the red one, but going to 57, which means that in that position the white ball cannot stay, otherwise it will be easier for Toni Rosenberg to close the match after. And so what Kasper has to do actually is to find a solution to get out from being close to the red ball, which is not easy. So basically you have to play a defensive shot. Can play maybe also a 2 caution shot, trying to put or to do the pins, but it's just find then something that may not be helpful in a position for Rosenberg, or try to enter too much. And always was playing to find some lucky part of the shots to go into the pins. So 5 points for him, 52 to 57. Not so far from doing something big into this shot. And now Rosenberg can play a 3 caution shot, 5 caution shot, not easy. 7 caution maybe would be a solution. The question is, if you do 2 points, and personally I can also play or the 3 caution shot directive as he's playing. It has to be soft, open, it's not doing pins, and if even it's not doing the red one, anyway, good position. But I've been playing also for the 3, so it's playing on leaving the white ball on the long rail, running through for the red, but anyway it was the correct choice. 52 to 57. It seems easy to close a match, but it isn't. Now up to Kristoffersen to see if there is enough space to play, turning a little bit on the short rail. He has to find a defense. Well played. Let's see if it's short as I suppose. So again, another 3 caution shot for Toni Rosenberg to close the match. 3 or 5, it depends. Long breaths. Trying to calm. He knows the importance. He just missed the first one. Sure, if he's closing the set. No, he's closing. He's playing for a 2 caution shot. Sure, if he's closing the set, he will start with some kind of little scream to take and come down. Very, very, very close, but very, very well played also. 2 balls on the center line. So up to Kasper Kristoffersen to approach this one with a 1 cushion shot or a garuffa. He has to find again a good solution in terms of defense. 52 to 57. Going for 8. It's a dream, either playing 1 cushion, then playing a garuffa. He's going for a 1 cushion shot. Let's see if he's finding a good position. Little bit of left English. Good speed and maybe even a good position for the white ball. Some kind of lack of here, but Rosenberg is going to see if the ball is very close to the short rail. There is this red ball on the other corner telling that Toni, I'm here. I think I am the target that you have to aim to. You can play from short to long rail, short to short rail. I would consider one or the other, so would not stay short in any case. Yes, also to avoid the keys, which is not so easy as it seems, because he has to play a little bit fast, maybe with some left English or no English at all would have been better, but can play only on a no. Was hitting fast. Let's see the result. I don't know what he played really, and now match point for Kasper Kristoffersen, playing I think very fast for the pins. Will play 2-8-2. I don't think he will play for the pins in the first row, with his ball moving from long, short, and long again. Let's see. It's very important, this shot. Can close the match. Kristoffersen 2. Come back. He did it. He did it. So Kasper Kristoffersen is the first one going into the final round. Amazing match. Well played. Well played also from Toni Rosenberg. Maybe a little bit under what was his expectation. So Danish has a finalist in the European Championship here, the local hero, Silver Surfer, is there. So see you in more or less 20 minutes for the other semi-final between Paolo Marcolin and Michelangelo Agnello. So it's the Italian way with the Me King and the Genius. Let's speak soon, and thank you for following us since now.